everybody, to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Giants. Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jones wants to throw to start things out here. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing Jones. He finds Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The Giants come into this one still undefeated this deep in the year despite the one tie. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They get the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
23 yards the pickup there. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Jones out to his left. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. Haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. Mayfield now from the 50. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 4. On the option to give to Taylor here. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Mayfield. Tries the right side, finding Woods here. And he is going to have a Colts first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. First and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Azeez Ojulari in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. From the 29, Jones. Another pass complete to Bellinger. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. They'll go to Barkley again. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw, Mayfield. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Azeez Ojulari. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. On the return, Jackson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. Bellinger hauls it in out left side. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. From the 39, Mayfield. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Mayfield. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Off the option, here's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Colts are back within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Jones, another shot here after the pick-6. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in this second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass.
Touchdown, Colts! Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And this one is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
To throw again on second down. Jones. And this one too low.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Past the 20.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Have excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop him with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Mayfield looks to throw. Look at end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Let's go.
A final shot before break. Jones trying to lay one up deep. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Second down, another run with Taylor. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On the option to give to Taylor here. Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
130 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Partner, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been because it's been an all-around game for him, taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Right side complete, that's Woods.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield.
This one completes Alec Pierce.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return. And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Jones on first down. Touchdown, Giants! Darius Slayton with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Giants take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Darnay Holmes in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
That ball caught by Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Campbell. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Mayfield going to keep this himself.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Mayfield now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Mayfield. Campbell making the catch. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Again, it's Taylor.
And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Able to find his man, Woods. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Taylor. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long. He's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled him a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
And he's got it. Touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor from 3 yards out. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now Jones. And now here is another interception. And the Colts are going to get it back here just past the 35. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Colts stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing Jones.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 40-yard line.
They run once more with Taylor. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And some room to maneuver. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now a give to Taylor. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game put.
And now here is another interception.
And the Colts come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the status.